Hello and welcome to Midlife Mindfulness with Melissa. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. And in fact, this video and class today is going to be inspired by one of my subscribers who asked for a chair yoga session that focused a little bit on ankle work. So let's get into that today. We're going to start by being seated in a chair. And if you have a chair back, which you probably do, make sure it's off to the side, not behind you, and you'll see why a little bit later. We're going to settle into the moment, as always, by making sure that our knees and legs are at a 90-degree angle. We'll be sitting in the front third, roughly, of our chair, feeling nice and stable. Feet gently pressed into the floor, hands lightly resting on our thighs. You can close your eyes if that makes you happy. And we're going to start by grounding ourselves in the moment with a nice inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhaling calm, exhaling stress. Inhaling the moment and exhaling distractions. Let them all go. Good stuff. Now, let's start from the ground up. We're going to take our right knee and hug it in. And let's do some ankle circles. Doesn't matter which direction. What does matter, though, is that you keep your spine nice and straight. We don't want to be hunched in. Nice long spine, and then rotate the other way. Breathing as we go. I want to focus on breathing. Very good. And foot down, other side. So left knee up, hug it in, nice long spine. Rotate that ankle. Oop, pop. Yep, snap, crackle, pop. It happens. And the other way around. Breathing and bring it to the ground and rest. Now let's do something similar with our shoulders. We're going to rotate our shoulders around. Doesn't matter which direction you start in. Get out all that tension. We carry a lot of tension in our shoulders. And the other direction, especially if we work at a desk or at a computer, we often end up being far more hunched over than we should be. And bring that to stillness. Let's work on our shoulders still. And we're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears. And tight, tight, tight. Relax it down. You always hear me say, shoulders away from the ears. And we want to do that normally, but let's work on the tensing and relaxing. That's very good for muscle release and relaxation. Up and down. Breathing in. And exhale. Let it go. Great. Now, let's do eagle arms. We'll take our left arm, bring elbow in line with solar plexus. I'm going to turn off to the side just a little bit. We'll bring the right arm underneath. Bring the arm up and around so that the right fingertips touch the left palm. This is eagle arms. And then focus on bringing the elbows up and focus on bringing the shoulder blades sort of back and open. You could feel a lot of lovely release between the shoulder blades. Really good for tension release. Breathing into everything that's going on in your arms and shoulder blades, and then let's let it go. And then what we do on one side, we do on the other. So right arm up, elbow in towards solar plexus. Left arm underneath, wrapping around behind, and fingertips pressing into palm. Elbows up, activating the shoulders, Getting a nice opening in the shoulder blades. Ooh, it feels good. And release. Now, what you can do is, and this is why the chair back is off to the side, we'll take our hands and clasp them behind our back. Arms nice and long. Shoulders away from our ears, shoulder blades down our back. And you can stay here if you'd like, or if you'd like a little bit more, leading with the heart, hinging at the hips. I'm going to move my hair so it's a little more comfortable. There we go. Leading with the heart, hinging at the hips. Over your legs you go, and bring those arms up. You may want to make some room for your torso by spreading your feet apart just a little bit. And breathing into the stretch in your shoulder blades. And try to relax down, relax the head, relax the neck. And leading with the heart, bringing yourself up. There we go, to a nice, comfortable seat. Good stuff. Now, let's do a down dog, but with a chair, which is not typically what we do, but it's a wonderful way to get a nice stretch in the back. So we'll step out just about a foot distance from your chair back. Hinging at the hips, leading with the heart. Over you go. And hands on your chair back. You can adjust your feet a little bit. You want your torso, upper body to be at a 90-degree angle with your legs. Trying to envision that. And really lengthening into the shoulder blades, lengthening the arms. Envisioning a nice line of energy from your sitting bones out to your fingertips. And breathing. Always breathing and smiling. Life is a lot better if you do both. And then bringing your hands onto the chair back, or onto the chair, not chair back, onto the chair seat for a half lift. Bringing the tailbone sort of back, the sitting bones back. Arms nice and strong, a little bit of a micro bend to the arms. And opening up the chest, opening up the heart. And then bring it to standing. And now, let's use the benefit of the chair for those who could use the help in doing a supported tree pose. So you can have one hand lightly resting on the chair back for support, and then bring your weight over to your left leg and foot, making sure the toes are nice and spread. You're feeling nice and stable. Bring that right leg up onto your left leg, and it can be lower down. If that's where you're at, that's cool. It can be higher up. If that's where you're at, that's great. It shouldn't be on your knee. It's not good for your joint. And so what I like to do in this pose, here, I'm actually gonna move this up a little bit. There we go. That makes it easier. My pants are slippy. These are my slippy pants. I should know better than that. Anyway, concentrating the standing leg to be nice and strong, the right foot strongly pushing into the standing leg, spine nice and long, focusing on a point either on the wall or the floor that's not moving. Shoulder blades down your back, shoulders away from your ears. And breathe. Hand on the chair if you need it. If you're feeling strong and stable, you can bring hands to prayer position. If you're still feeling strong and stable, bring it up to full tree. And breathe. And back to center and foot planted. We're going to do the same on the other side. So shifting weight to the right foot, making sure you're firmly planted like a tree trunk. You want to be firmly planted. Bringing up that left foot, anywhere on the leg except the knee, and finding stability with the chair, with your gaze focused, core engaged, spine nice and long, holding the chair or coming to prayer. Nice strong connection between the foot and the leg. And if you'd like, up to full tree. Feeling the calming and grounding effects. Beautiful tree pose. And back down to prayer. And back down and taking a seat. And with tree pose in mind, let's focus on closing this practice by grounding ourselves into the moment. Starting with our feet rooted into the ground, toes spread, pressing against the surface that they're resting on the floor. Mentally moving up from your feet through your legs, feeling your thighs on the chair, sitting bones on the chair seat, feeling and appreciating how it feels to be grounded. Spine nice and long, crown extending towards the sky. Thinking about the energy in your arms and how grounding it feels to have your hands just slightly resting on your thighs. Feeling appreciation and gratitude for time spent doing this yoga practice, caring for ourselves, and for me, appreciation for you joining me. It's great to have you. Thank you so much for joining me. Wishing you a great rest of your day. Namaste.